All right, let's come to a comfortable cross-legged position. All right, good day, everyone. This is Stephen Chang coming to you live from 333 Grand in downtown Jersey City, New Jersey. Please visit my website, simhayoga.com, for the hybrid schedule, which is in person here at 333 Grand as well as through Zoom. You can register for class through ubindi.com, and if you're watching this on YouTube, classes are $10, and you can pay through Venmo or PayPal. Payment information on the bottom of the video, as well as my website, simhayoga.com. Today's class is open flow. It is level 1, level 2. If you're working with any kind of special conditions or limitations, make sure that you do modify or skip poses altogether, making good decisions about your movement practice so that you don't create any injuries or perpetuate any injuries. If your hips or your low back are tight, please elevate and sit up on some blocks, some books, or some blankets, and that'll make it easier for you to find a lengthy, tall spine. Okay, palms face up. Fingers come to Jnana Mudra, thumb and index fingers touching. And as you ground evenly through your seat, elongate through your spine. And let your inhales even out with your exhales. Smoothing out the breath as the mind starts to quiet. Three ohms together. Inhale. Keeping the eyes closed, hands together in prayer on front of the heart, pressing the thumbs into your heart, heart back into the thumbs, lifting the heart up toward the sky, setting your intention for yoga practice, devoting your practice to someone or something or to yourself, your supreme self that lives within your heart. Chanting the mantra for purification, purifying the space in which you practice yoga. Call and response. Om Pavitraha, Om Pavitraha, Pavitrawa, Pavitrawa, Sarva Vashtan, Sarva Vashtan, Gatopiwa, Gatopiwa, Yaha Smarit, Yaha Smarit, Pundrikaksham, Pundrikaksham, Sapahya, Sapahya, Vihyandraha, Vihyandraha, Suchihi, Suchihi. Beginning to open the eyes, palms face up, fingers go back to Jnana Mudra. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, right ear to the right shoulder, right hand to the left side, elongate through the left side of the neck. And then chin toward the right shoulder, continue to pull gently to the back of the head. Release back to center, drop the right hand, left ear to the left shoulder, left hand to the right side. Chin toward the left shoulder. Release back to center, drop the left hand, chin toward the chest. Big circles with the head in one direction, ear to one side, roll it back, opposite side, roll center. A few more rounds in that same direction, allowing these circles to warm up your neck and your shoulders. And one more giant circle, chin back toward the chest and pause. And then taking the opposite direction. And then one more giant circle, chin back toward the chest. And then lifting the chin parallel to the floor, neutral spine. Extend the legs forward, separating your feet. Hands supporting either side and turning your toes toward each other, and roll out. Draw in, roll out, draw in. Outer rotation, circling. Back to center, switch them around, inner rotations. And then back to center again. Cross your shins and take the opposite shin on top. So this is your non-dominant crossing of the legs. Then take the arms up high to extend. Exhale, twist to the right. Stay twisting right. Walk your right hand slightly further back. Lean back a little bit as well, and then twist again, finding a different spot along the spine. Inhale, back to center, arms up. Exhale, twist to your left. So first a vertical line as you twist. Then slide the left hand slightly further back. Lean back as well, and find a different spot to twist into. Take it back up to vertical, arms up. Exhale, side bends, right hand down, left arm overhead. With your left hand, reach for the upper right-hand corner of the room, and then extend even deeper. Allow the left shoulder to drop a little bit. All right, take it back to stack. Come all the way back up, and then side bend to the other direction. Left hand down, right arm overhead. So then primarily this is a right side stretch. Now as you reach your right hand toward the left hand corner of the room and the right shoulder drops down a little bit, you're going into the shoulder blade. So there's a different spot along the side and then the upper back. Take it back to stacking, rise up, extend the legs forward and forward fold, grabbing your feet, ankles or your shins. Now, if your hips or your lower back are tight, it would be beneficial to bend at the knees, flex your feet, grab the outer legs, lengthen through the spine, neutral spine to come forward into the forward fold. All right, take it back to center, soles of feet together, knees apart, and then let's butterfly your knees just a little bit. All right, come back to stillness. Draw the heels in a little bit closer, grabbing the ankles. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, as you draw forward, continue to find that neutral spine as you make your way forward. If you want to press your elbows to your inner thighs for more hip opening, pressing downwards, you can get more. Starting to release, coming back up. Step the feet slightly further forward, and then grabbing the inner feet or threading the arms underneath your legs to go deeper. Inhale, lengthen. On the exhale, when you take the forward fold, you can round your back as much as you want in this one. This is a very easy, soft forward fold, creating space along the back of the spine. And start to make your way back up. Draw the left heel in, swing the right leg back so it is a letter S with your legs. Walk your hands over to your left side, supporting your fingers or your palms. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, start to twist to the left and then bow forward about halfway, stopping at the halfway point. Inhale again. Exhale, twist deeper, bow forward even more. So as you fold forward, you're also applying a twist. And gently start to lift back up. Keep the legs as they are and counter twist to the right. Come back to center again. Left hand down, right arm up, and then slide over to your left. If you can, left forearm down and reach. Make your way back up. Left hand grounds to the floor. Lift up onto your shins. Raise your right arm up across the collarbone, back in space. So it's a heart opener and a back bend. And then raise your right arm up over the right ear toward the left side. So again, going into right side stretch. Release, coming back down. Swing the right leg all the way around for seated spinal twist. Now, if your hips are really tight and you're not able to ground the right seat down, right? So normally it should be both seats grounding as you cross your legs. If that is quite tight for you, you can take the left leg extending forward and step the right foot over for the half variation. Right hand is behind you. Lengthen through your spine. Left arm is up. Inhale. Exhale. Rotate to the right. Hook your left arm to outer right knee and twist. All right, so with the bottom leg extended, it's your half variation. With the bottom leg drawn in, it's your full variation. Release, back to center. Keep the legs as they are, counter twist to the left. Square back to center, extend both legs forward. Let's separate your feet about mat's width distance this time. Raise your arms up high, extend. Exhale, reach forward. You're going to take the insides of your feet or your legs with your hands, re-lengthening your spine. Exhale, folding forward. Now again, if your hamstrings are tight or your lower back is tight, bend at the knees, and you can take the same pose here. So again, any forward fold here, right? Unless we intend to. Try to keep a more neutral spine and hinge at the hips to draw forward. Much more beneficial as a forward fold with a neutral spine than if you just round the spine and go this way. All right, make your way back up. Switch sides. Right heel draws in, left leg draws back, and this is a reverse letter S. Walk your hands over to the right. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist and bow forward halfway. Stopping at the halfway point. Inhale again. Exhale, twist deeper. Bow forward even more. Inhale, coming back to center. Keep the legs as they are. Exhale, counter twist to the left. Draw back to center. Right hand to your floor, left arm is up, and then sliding over to the right. Right forearm can come down, and then extend to go a little bit deeper. Make your way back up. Right hand comes to the floor for support. Lift up onto your shins. Left arm up and across the collarbone, back in space for a back bend and a heart opener. Then raise your left arm up over left ear to the right side, and this is a side stretch. Gently take the seat back down. Swing the left leg all the way around. Ground through your seat. Seated spinal twist. Again, this is a full variation. If your hips are tight and you cannot ground the left seat, right leg extending forward will get you there. Left hand to the floor. Right arm up. Inhale. Exhale. Twist to your left. Seated spinal twist. So this is the half variation. This is the full variation. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, counter twist. Square back to center. Extend the legs forward. This time, let's go a little bit wider with your legs, so off your mat. Okay? Left hand to the floor. Right arm is forward. Bend your right elbow. Inhale, draw the right elbow back. Exhale, twist to your left. Inhale, draw the right elbow back. Exhale, twist to your left. Inhale, draw back. Exhale, twist. Stay twisting. Right hand to outer left leg for resistance. Walk your left hand further back. Re-lengthen your spine. Exhale, deepen the twist. Inhale, square back to center. Give you a side view this time. Right hand to the side, left arm forward. Bend your left elbow. Inhale, draw the left elbow back. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, draw back. Exhale, twist. Inhale, draw back. Exhale, twist. Stay twisting here. With your left hand, grab the outer right leg for resistance. Walk your right hand further back. Re-lengthen your spine. Exhale, deepen the twist. Release. Come back to center. Take the legs even wider. With your hands, outer rotation, walk your hands slightly back behind you, supporting with your fingers. Lift the chest, broaden your shoulders, lift through your sternum, gently looking upwards. So in this seated position, you're taking a slight back bend. Now keep the action of your hands, your arms, and your shoulders, but then take the gaze to look straight forward. You're going to press into your fingers, and with that more neutral spine and slight back bend, lean forward through your heart center, reaching forward. Right? So that way you're allowing your spine to stay more neutral into a slight back bend versus automatically rounding into a forward fold. All right, so you're going to go as far forward as you can, and you're going to stop there. Continue to feel like you're drawing your shoulders back to broaden your chest. So there should be a lot of activity through your inner thighs, your back of the legs, and the lower back. Right? So when you try to keep the back bend on the upper back bend and draw your shoulders back here, you're going to feel a lot to your lower back. All right, so you're going to switch position. Hands walk forward. All right, so that should give you a little bit more relief to your lower back. Since you're supporting with your hands forward, inhale, lengthen. If you have more in you, you can walk your hands slightly further forward. Continue to feel that you're lifting your chest, broadening your shoulders, and with a slight back bend, reaching forward for forward fold. All right, so these movements are incremental. You don't need to move dramatically, right? So just a little bit at a time, and just really feeling for the stretch to the back of the legs, inner thighs. With your hands forward, there should be less stress to your lower back, but there should still be a lot of activity there, right? All right, start to make your way back. Just gently walk your hands back. And then with your hands to the inner thighs above your knees, pull up and your knees will bend. Soles of feet together. Let the knees go slightly further forward with your hands to either side. Let's butterfly your knees a little bit once again. All right, come back to stillness. Step the feet about match with distance. Pivot to your heels, supporting with your hands. Let's windshield wiper your knees side to side. And so the next time you draw your knees to your left, let the knees draw down and sit up tall. Then start to walk your hands to face the back of the room and rotating to the back of the room, and then crawl the hands back. Then let the left palm support and reach even further with your right hand, further and further back. You can let the upper torso start to descend a little bit as you reach your right hand further back. So you're twisting along your mid and lower back as you extend through the right arm forward. All right, start to walk it back in. Keep the legs as they are, and then counter twist to the right once again. Take both hands back behind you, come back to center, windshield wiper your knees again, side to side. And the next time you drop your knees over to the right, go ahead, and then sitting up tall. Start to rotate to face the back of the room, walk your hands slightly further back, ground the right palm to the floor, and with your left fingertips, crawl your left fingertips further and further back. You can start to bend your right elbow as well to get a little bit lower, deepening the pose. All right, go only as far back in space as you can manage this twist into the spine. Alrighty, beginning to walk it back to center. Keep the legs as they are, counter twist to your left. And hands back behind you, windshield wipe your knees one more time to neutralize all of that. All right, the next time you come back to center, cross at the shins, roll forward, and then walk your feet back to hands and knees. Measure out your hands about shoulders width, palms are flat, middle fingers point straight forward. Line up your shoulders with your elbows. Same thing with your knees. Knees are about hips width, tuck your toes under, line up the hips over your knees. On the inhale, draw the navel down, raise your tail, raise the back of the head. On the exhale, round the spine. Let's do that 3 times. Inhale, arch, and this is your cow pose. Exhale, round. This is your cat pose. Inhale, arch. cow pose. X around, cat pose. Come to neutral spine. Extend the right heel back, left arm forward, and reach in opposition. Left fingertips forward, right heel back. So flex through your right foot and reach back. Then bend your right knee, reach back with your left hand. Grab the inside of the right foot, kick back, and find your back bend as you stretch into your right thigh, into your left arm, left shoulder. Now, extend the right heel back, take the left hand back down to the floor for support. You're going to cross your right leg over to the left side, tucking your toes under. Now, once you find a supportive position, you're going to reach back through the right heel. So you're going to feel a stretch to your right calf. So you're still relatively high here. Now release the action a little bit. Slide that right foot even further back, and you're going to lean back as well. And then again, reach back through the right heel. You're going to do that one more time. So you're going to release that action. Reach further back with the right heel. Lean back with your torso as well, and reach. So on this one, you might even feel it to the outer left hip, outer left glutes. But you definitely feel it in your right calf. All right, release, square back to center, take the right knee back to center. Let's take 3 cat-cows again to neutralize. Inhale, draw the navel down, raise your tail, raise the back of the head. Exhale, round the spine. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Come back to neutral. Reach your left heel back, right arm forward, and extend in opposition. Then bend your left knee, reach back with your right hand, grab the foot, kick back, and lift. Then release your right hand down, left heel back. You're going to cross your left leg over to the right side. Now stay with the plank position, right? Shoulders over your wrists. So that's where we're starting. Once you have that left foot in place, then reach back through your left heel. So you're first getting into your left calf stretch. Then release that action a little bit. Slide the left foot further back, and then reach back through your left heel once again. Release that action, slide the left foot even further back, and then press into your hands, reach back through your left heel. And coming back to center, take the left knee back down. 3 cat-cows again. Inhale, arch. Cow pose. Exhale, round. Cat pose. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Come back to neutral. Untuck your toes. Child's pose. Reach your hands forward. Let the forehead come down. Stay low. Walk your hands over to your left side. Left arm comes down for support. Reach very actively with your right fingertips forward and further to your left side. So now you're going into your right shoulder, stretching into your sides of your upper torso. All right, release, walk it back to center, and then switch sides. Walk it over to the right. Right arm comes down for support with your left fingertips. Reach forward and toward the right side and crawl the left fingertips further and further out, getting into your left side stretch, left shoulder stretch, left ribs. All right, square back to center, and let's come into child's pose once again. Then start to walk your hands in. Lift your torso up, kneeling on your shins. You can sit on your heels. Hands together in prayer, interlace, and press your palms forward and round. Inhale, lift up and slightly arching back. 3 times. Exhale, round forward. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Inhale, arch, and stay here. And let's go further back with your upper back bend. Then come back to neutral. Wrap the hands back behind you, interlace. With your hands back behind you, interlacing, we're going to roll the shoulders. Roll forward, up, back, down. Forward, up, back, down, forward, up, and back. Let's stay back. Reach your knuckles back. Lift the sternum up, gaze up. And come back to neutral, release. Hands together in prayer, but take the other thumb on top. Interlacing, press your palms forward and round. Inhale, lift up to arch. Exhale, round forward. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift and stay lifted. Come back to neutral. Wrap the hands back behind you. Interlace with the opposite thumb on top. And again, we're going to roll the shoulders. Roll forward, up, back, down. Forward, up, back, down. Forward, up, back, and stay back. Reach back with your knuckles. Lift your sternum up. Gaze upwards. And begin to release. Walking hands forward. Down dog, and start to pedal out the legs. Walk it out side to side. All right, come back to stillness in your down dog. On the inhale, raise your right leg up, 3-legged dog. Exhale, right knee in towards the nose and around the spine. Inhale, kick up, open up the hips, bend the right knee outside of the right arm and touch. Kick back up. Knee comes into twist, touch your left arm. Inhale, take it back up. Stepping your right foot forward, low lunge. Raise the arms up high for high lunge, steadying your balance here. On the inhale, lengthen front leg, reach up higher. Bend the front knee, arms alongside 3 times. Lengthen, reach up. Bend the front knee, arms alongside. Lengthen, reach up. Keep the arms reaching. Bend the front knee and lean the torso forward to a diagonal. Staying here with your legs as if we're doing the breaststroke. Swim the arms back. Swim the arms forward. 3 times. Swim back. Swim forward. Swim back. Swim forward. Let the hands come down to the floor for support. Low lunge. And you're going to lengthen out your right leg the best of your abilities. You don't have to go full extension. And then bend the front knee again 3 times. Lengthen your right leg. Bend the front knee. Lengthen. And bend. Left hand stays down. Right arm up to twist. And then we're going to take that lengthening and bending of the front knee as we take circles with the right arm, doing it 3 times. So you're going to lengthen your right leg, reach your right arm back and down, bend the front knee, circle your right hand forward and up, lengthen back and down, bend and circle it forward and up, lengthen back and down, circle it forward and up into a half bind, right hand behind you and twist a little bit deeper. Raise your right arm up and extend it forward. Extend it, revolve side angle. Extend it, revolve lunge, I mean. Then right hand to the floor, back to low lunge. Warrior 1, ground the back heel and rise up. Inhale, lengthen front leg, reach up higher. Bend the front knee, arms alongside. Lengthen, reach up. Bend the front knee, arms alongside. Lengthen and reach up. Keep the arms reaching up. Bend the front knee, warrior 1. Open it up, warrior 2. And doing the same thing here. Lengthen, reach up. Bend the front knee, warrior 2. Lengthen, reach up. Warrior two. Lengthen, reach up. Warrior two. Reverse warrior. Right arm up and back. Side angle. Modifying elbow to top of the right knee. Or if you can touch down easily, right hand to the floor, left arm reaching up. Extended side angle. Left palm face down, reach forward. Half bind. Left arm up and behind you. Keep the half bind. Inhale, come up. Reverse warrior. Lengthen out the right leg, triangle. You can modify with the right hand to top of the shin or to the floor. And then keeping the half bind, stacking your shoulders, looking upwards. Raise your left arm up and overhead, extended triangle. Then take the left hand to the floor, frame your right foot with your hands. You can always adjust your left foot to turn it slightly forward so that you can square up your hips a little bit more efficiently. You can use hands to blocks to either side. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, fold. So this is your pyramid. Stay with your left hand down, raise your right arm up, revolve triangle. Extend the right arm forward, extended revolve triangle. Half bind, right arm up and behind you. Keep the half bind, bend your right knee, becoming a revolved side angle. Then you're going to pick up the left hand, hook the left elbow to outer right knee, a revolved side angle with the half bind. Inhale all the way up and around, reverse warrior. Hands to the floor, right foot, stepping back plank. Inhale one breath, exhale lower all the way down to the belly. 3 progressive cobras, hands alongside the rib cage. Lift up, baby cobra. Belly, lower ribs stay on the floor. Exhale, lower almost all the way down. Inhale, lift up a little higher. Belly, lower ribs away from the floor. Exhale, lower almost all the way down. Inhale, lift up even higher. Full extension of your arms for cobra if you have it. Slight bending of the elbows if you need it. And all the way down, child's pose. Seat toward the heels and fold. Dolphin push-ups. Forearms come down. Grab your hands into a fist. Either interlace your fingers or wrap one hand over the other, your choice. Tuck the toes under. Lift the seat and press it back into a dolphin. We're going to take dolphin push-ups 5 times. Inhale, come forward. Chin past your fist and lower. Exhale, press it back. That's 1. Inhale forward. Exhale back is 2. Inhale forward. Exhale back 3. Inhale forward. Exhale back 4. Inhale forward. Exhale back 5. Knees come back down. And then come back to your down dog, walking it out side to side. Inhale, left heel up. Left knee in toward the nose and round. Kick up, open up the hips, bend the left knee. Left knee outside of the left arm and touch. Kick back up. Knee comes into twist. Kick back up. Stepping your left foot forward, low lunge. Steady your balance. Raise the arms up high for high lunge. Inhale, lengthen front leg, reach up higher. Bend the front knee, arms alongside. Lengthen and reach up. Bend the front knee, arms alongside. Lengthen, reach up. Keep the arms reaching. Bending the front knees to high lunge. Lean the torso forward to a diagonal and holding it here. Then breaststroking. Swim the arms back. Swim the arms forward. Swim the arms back. Swim the arms forward. Swim back. Swim forward. Then taking your hands to your floor, supporting for a low lunge. Then lengthen front leg, the best of your abilities. Then bend your left knee. Lengthen and bend. Lengthen and bend. Stay here. Right hand stays down. Left arm up to twist. And then coordinating the circles of the left arm with lengthening and bending of the left knee. So when you're ready, lengthen your left leg, reach your left arm back and down. Bend the front knee, circle it forward and up. Lengthen, reach back and down. Bend and circle it forward and up. Lengthen, back and down. Bend and circle it forward and up into half bind and twist deeper. Extended revolve lunge, left arm up and forward. Then take the left hand down, warrior one. Ground the back heel and rise up. Inhale, lengthen, reach up. Bend the front knee, arms alongside. Lengthen, reach up. Bend the front knee, arms alongside. Lengthen, reach up. Keep the arms reaching. Bending the front knee is your warrior one. Open it up, warrior two. Same thing here. Lengthen, reach up. Bend the front knee, warrior two. Lengthen, reach up. Warrior two. Lengthen, reach up. Warrior two. Reverse warrior. Left arm up and back. Side angle. You can modify elbow to top of the knee or the hand to the floor, right arm up. Extended side angle. Right palm face down. Reach forward. Half bind. Right arm up and behind you. Let your shoulders stack to actively draw the right shoulder back. Keep the half bind. Inhale, come up. Reverse warrior. Lengthen out the left leg. Half bound triangle. So you can modify hand to the shin or the hand to the floor for the full pose. Right hand stays back behind you for the half bind. Extended triangle. Raise your right arm up and forward to the front of the room. Pyramid. Hands to the floor. Frame your left foot with your hands either side. If your right toes are turning out and you need to make the adjustment, you can always turn the right toes slightly further in, and that will give you a much easier squaring of your hips so you can fold over your left leg. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, fold. So again, if you need blocks to either side of your left foot, blocks to your hands, you can take it. Then right hand stays down. Raise your left arm up to twist, a rotated triangle. Extend the left arm forward, extended revolve triangle. Half bind, left arm up and behind you, twist deeper. And keeping your right hand on the floor, bend your left knee. So it's a revolved side angle with a half bind. Then pick up your right hand, hook the right elbow to outer left knee. So another variation of your revolved side angle with a half bind. On the inhale, circle it all the way up and around. Reverse warrior. Hands to the floor, left foot stepping back, plank. Inhale, one breath. Exhale, lower all the way down to the belly. 3 progressive cobras, version 2. You're holding it this time. Inhale, lift up, baby cobra. So your belly, lower ribs stay on the floor and holding it. Exhale, lower almost all the way down. Inhale, lift up a little bit higher. Belly, lower ribs away from floor and holding here. And then lower almost all the way down. One more. Inhale, lift up as high as you can into Cobra, full extension of your arms. If you need to keep your elbows bending, keep it there. And all the way down, child's pose. Feet toward the heels and fold. Dolphin push-ups. Then this time when you take your fist, either interlace with the other thumb on top or wrapping with the other hand. All right, when you're ready, tuck your toes under, lift the knees, press back into your dolphin. 5 push-ups again. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, press back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Forward and back. Take the knees back down. Child's pose. Down dog. Inhale, right heel up. Right knee in toward the nose. Kick up, open up the hips, bend the right knee. Right knee outside of the right arm and touch. Kick it up. Knee comes into twist. Touch your left arm. Kick it back up. Stepping your right foot forward. Warrior 1. Wrap your hands back behind you. Interlace. Broaden your shoulders. Gently look up. Bow forward, devotional. Now lift up to 45 degrees, so you're leaning forward. Warrior 3, tip forward to balance on the right leg. Your torso and your left leg about parallel to the floor. Stay on the right leg, stand up. Eagle legs, wrap the left leg over. Double wrap if you can, bend your right knee, and then start to round forward. Stay on the right leg still, rise up. Release your arms and your legs for half moon. Right hand to the floor, slightly forward from your toes, a little bit off to your right side. Stack your left side over your right, left arm is reaching up, left heel is reaching back. So imagine one flat plane across your entire body. Half moon. Step your left foot all the way back, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, hands to the floor. Right foot stepping back, lower all the way onto the belly, and then take your left arm down and roll onto outer left leg, outer left hip. All right, so you want to check that your left shoulder is directly over your elbow with a vertical line on your left left upper arm. Right, that will give you the support. What happens is, if your arm is too far forward, right, you're going to feel like you're collapsing. There's no support. Even worse if your arm is further back, right? So, vertical line. This vertical line of the upper arm will give you the support you need. Flex to your feet. Lift your right foot. Bend your right knee. Grab the foot and kick back. So taking a back bend. All right, then draw the right knee up. Either grab the right knee with your right hand or yogic toe lock and extend the right leg up. If you have even better flexibility, it could be hand to heel and take it even further. Now keep the right heel up. Take the right hand to the floor for support. You're going to lower the right heel almost all the way down, and you're going to lift it all the way back up 5 times. Lower the right heel almost all the way down, and lift all the way back up. Lower and lift. Lower and lift. Lower and lift. Lower all the way down. Square back to center. Take Sphinx pose. Forearms come down, grab opposite elbows, and then take your forearms back down to parallel. Then press your belly and your lower ribs down toward the floor to flatten your lower back. Then press your forearms down to lift your chest, taking the middle back bend. Gazes to the floor slightly ahead of you so that the back of the neck remains long. So notice that if you look straight forward, you're actually crunching the back of the neck, right? You're compressing the back of the neck. However, if you look down, maybe about 2 or 3 feet ahead of you, that will bring your cervical spine, your upper spine, right, the spine around the neck, to be more neutral. And that's what we want here, neutral position with that cervical spine. Just keep thinking about your belly, your lower ribs flattening toward the floor, and that will relax your lower back a little bit and flatten a little bit your lower back. Now, if you tend to hold tension into your glutes at this point and you feel that you're clenching a little bit, just release that. And see, by releasing the engagement of your glutes, if you can find maybe more relaxation, a little bit more release to your lower back as well. Right, so that subtle release for myself, I feel like all of a sudden my sacral area just kind of like releases. So hopefully you feel the same. Right, so the sacral area is the base of the spine. Right, so right around the upper glutes area, like here. Right, so at the base of the spine, we hold a lot of tension there. So this is a really great opportunity through subtlety, just release all of that. All right, let's start to break. All right, so let's re-engage that whole sacral area so that your muscles are supporting. Then press your hands down, lift the elbows up slightly, and then just rotate your elbows outwardly so you can lower your chest. Walk your hands back, and slowly, 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 child's pose. So coming from a back bend now into a forward bend. So whenever you're holding a pose for a long time, when you go in the opposite direction, you got to go slow. You do not want to whip your bodies side to side or forward and back too quickly. Right, down dog. Inhale, left heel up. Exhale, left knee in toward the nose. Kick up, open up the hips, bend the left knee outside of the left arm and touch. Kick it back up. Knee comes into twist, touching your right arm. Kick it back up. Step in, your left foot forward, warrior one. Wrap the hands back behind you. Interlace with the opposite thumb on top. Lift to gaze up for the back bend, ecstatic warrior. Bow forward, devotional warrior. Keep your hands bowed, lift the torso up to about 45 degrees and square forward, then tip forward for warrior three. Torso and the right leg about parallel to the floor. Stay on the left leg, start to stand up for eagle legs. Wrap the right leg over, double wrap if you can. Then bend your left knee, drop your seat, and then round forward once again. Stay on the left leg for half moon. So you're going to rise up, release your hands, release your legs, and the left hand comes forward about a foot from your toes, a little bit off to the left side, so you're in a diagonal. So for most of us, your left hand should be toward the corner of the mat on the left side. Then reach your right heel back, right arm up actively as you stack the right side over your left. Then begin to step it back for warrior two. Reverse warrior. Hands to the floor, left foot, stepping back plank. Then lower all the way down to the belly, roll to the outer right leg, outer right hip. So once you find a steady position, let's check your alignment. Your right shoulder should line up over your right elbow. Vertical line will give you support through your upper arm. All right? Then pick up your left foot, bend your left knee, reach back with your left hand, grab the foot and kick back for a back bend. Then start to draw the left knee up toward the sky, left knee with your left hand, or yogic toe lock and extend. Now, if you have better extension, it could be hand to heel and take your left leg even higher. Now, keep your left leg extended up and the foot flexing. Let the left hand come to the floor for support. All right, then lower the left heel almost all the way down and then lift back up. Lower the left leg, lift back up. Lower and lift. Lower and lift. One more time. Lower and lift. Lower all the way back down, square back to center, Sphinx pose. Set it up once again. Forearms down, grab opposite elbows for your shoulders width. Take your forearms back down to parallel. Press your belly and your lower ribs toward the floor, flattening your lower back. Press your forearms down to lift your chest, gently looking forward toward the floor at a slight angle. And then once you kind of settle into the pose, right, so you're feeling for the lower back to release. But also, think about releasing your glutes, and the whole sacral area, hopefully, will just release, and you'll start to feel like you're flattening toward the floor. It's a very subtle movement. Just kind of gently feel for it. If you did it right, you should feel like, everything released. Did you get it, Yvonne? Did you feel it, right? It feels nice. It's just these subtle movements, like, wow, okay, I didn't realize that was happening. And then when you instruct your body to perform something, right, it actually happens. You're like, oh, that's nice. All right, let's start to re-engage your glutes, so supporting the with the muscles. Then press your hands down, lift the elbows up slightly so that you can move your elbows out to flatten your chest. Walk your hands back, and again, very slowly, child's pose. All right, down dog. Inhale, right heel up. Step the right foot forward, low lunge. Raise the arms up high, high lunge. Stepping on the right foot, pick up the left knee, tree pose. You're going to take the sole of the left foot to the inner right leg. Then arms up and out. Now, if your foot to the inner right leg above the knee is really difficult for your hips and it makes you get really shaky, then go below the knee. And that will release some of the tension to your hips. It might be easier for you to find the balance in your tree pose. Now, if even that is too difficult, right, below the knee, you can always take your toe mounds to the floor and just press your heel up against the inner right leg, and that will give you even better support. So even if you have your left foot on the floor, right, most of the weight is still on the right leg. So you are still balancing, you're still strengthening. So keep working with that. Now continue here for the next 5 breaths, or if you want to wrap the hands back behind you for heart opener, interlace your fingers, draw the shoulders open, reach knuckles back, engage your upper back, so squeeze your shoulder blades toward each other, and that will give you a better sense of a broadening of the front of the chest and the shoulders. Stay on the right leg, release the arms up, revolved half moon. So you're going to reach your left heel back, And the left hand comes to the floor. So opposite hand and foot. Left hand down, right foot down. Left heel is reaching back, right arm is reaching up for rotation. You may stay here in this revolved half moon, or you can bind the right hand to your left foot and kick back. Release to step it all the way back. Draw all the way up and around. Reverse warrior. Hands to the floor. Raise your right leg up. Three-legged dog. Open up the hips and bend the right knee. Raise your right leg back up. Step the right foot forward. Crescent moon. Left knee comes down. Walk your hands to the top of the thighs. If you need to take extra padding to your left knee, you can take your blankets or your towels or double fold your mat. Left side folding towards center will give you extra cushioning. All right, once you're set with your base of the pose, lunging the hips forward, pressing hands to the thighs to lean upper torso back. Once you set all of that up, arms up, Venus Mudra. All right, take the hands to the floor, to the inside of the right foot, and turn your right toes out at an angle, and the right thigh also turns out. I like to walk my left hand a little bit wider, creating a bigger triangle to balance on. Raise your right arm up and behind you, half bind. Keep the hips lunging forward, right? And as you rotate into the spine, right thigh is turning out. If this is good, stay here. If you're looking to bind, bend your left knee, reach back with your right hand to grab the inside of the foot and kick back. Lizard, beginning to release. Take the hands back to the floor. Walk your hands forward about a foot, and then start to lower your forearms down. If you're not able to lower your forearms down, you can just keep your arms extended and the hips are moving forwards and downwards. That's all you're looking for. If you have blocks, you can always take blocks to your forearms or take books or blankets. So anything to help you elevate your forearms, right? So instead of you reaching for the floor, you're elevating the floor to reach you, right? So that's how you modify for this pose. All right, let's break. Lift the elbows up. Walk your hands back in. Turn the right toes back forward. Frame your right foot again. Tuck the left toes under. Let's go into your pyramid. All right, so this is a nice way to release all of that. Again, using hands to your blocks to your hands if you need. Pigeon. Bend the front knee, ground the palms, kick the right leg up, open up the hips, bend the right knee. Let's take a few breaths here, allowing your hips to open before we start to compress them again in your pigeon. Raise your right leg back up, square off, draw the right knee in. Land the shin to the floor. You're angling out your right thigh, 30 to 45 degrees over to the right. Inch your left knee further back, untuck your toes, walk your hands back, elongate through the spine. If you did this right, you may not even use your hands. You can touch with your hands to your hips or the hands outwardly. All right, once you're set, you can make your way forward again, forearms down, or you can make pillows with the hands resting your forehead. All right, so here is where you start to feel for levelness in your hips. So if you feel like you're sitting over on one side or the other, you want to make sure you equalize your hips and make sure that they're pretty level. Then if you want to activate your left toes reaching back, Reach back very, very strongly so you can get a nice lengthening of the front of the leg. Now, depending on how much activity you want with the upper torso, you can support with your hands to make a pillow. You can reach your arms forward. Now, if you decide to reach your arms forward, forearms down, you can crawl the fingertips forward, right? And tracting your fingertips against the floor to get more action into your arms, right? And that will go into your shoulders as well. Two more breaths. Alrighty, beginning to break. Lift back up, walk your hands back in. Tuck the left toes under and gently press it back to down dog and pedal out your legs. Take lots of movement to your legs, getting circulation back and moving the joints around, especially the right knee joint and ankle joints. All right, second side, left leg up, stepping your left foot forward, warrior one. And then lean the torso forward to a diagonal, and then you're going to stand up on the left leg for tree pose. So the foot goes above or below the knee joint. Two more breaths. Revolved half moon. So as you release your right leg back, right hand comes to the floor. Left arm is up. So it's opposite hand and foot. So right hand down, left foot down, right heel back, left arm up. And if you are going further to bind, left hand to the right foot, grab the foot and kick it back. All right, start to release. Step the right foot all the way back. Circle it up and around, reverse warrior. Hands to the floor. Raise the left leg up. Three-legged jog. Open up the hips. Bend the left knee. Re-extend the left leg. Crescent moon. Stepping. Your left foot forward. Right knee comes down. Take extra padding as you did on the first side. Hands to top of the thighs. Lunge your hips forward into your quad stretch. Press your hands into your left thigh to draw the upper torso back. Once you set up your back bend, then you're ready to take the arms up. Venus Mudra. Then take the hands to the inside of the left foot. Turn your left toes out at an angle. Left thigh also turns out. I like to take the right hand a little bit wider for a bigger triangle. Left arm up and behind. You have bind to twist. Now, once you have your left hand to your lower back for resistance, take the front of the left shoulder to draw up and back to deepen the twist. Now, make sure that you're not rolling to outer right hip, but instead, the hips continue to move straight forward, so the stretch is to the front of the quads, and then the rotation into your spine to take the twist. If you're going further, bend your right knee, reach back with your left hand to grab the foot, and then kick it back. And that resistance, going into the bowing effect of your left arm and the right leg, will give you more opportunities to deepen the twist. All right, beginning to release, lizard. Take the hands to your floor, walk your hands forward about a foot, then lowering your forearms down if that's possible. If not, just keep your arms extended, leaning the hips forwards and downwards. And taking your forearms to a block or a blanket or some books if you need. Alrighty, let's start to break. Lift the elbows back up, walk your hands back in. Turning your left toes forward, frame your foot pyramid. Tuck the right toes under and lengthen over your left leg. Bend the front knee again, ground your palms. Kick your left leg up, open up the hips, bend the left knee. Stay here for a couple of breaths to give you space into your hips before we take you into pigeon. All right, re-extend your left leg, square up your hips, draw the left knee in. Land that shin to your floor. In a pointed toe position, left thigh angles out 30 to 45 degrees. Inch your right knee further back to lower your hips. Walk your hands back, elongate, making sure you're nice and level once you're set. Walking your hands forward, stay in your forearms, making pillows with the hands if you'd like. And so again, once you settle into your pose, feel that your hips are level to the floor. You're sitting on one side and you're feeling you're collapsing to one side. Make sure you level out. And actively reach back with your toes. You can stay here, or if you reach your arms actively forward on the first side, do the same thing here. On your fingertips, crawl the fingertips forward. Let the arms be active. So you're lifting your elbows away from the floor, extending the arms forward, going into your shoulders and into your arms. All righty, let's make your way back. Walk your hands back in. Tuck the right toes under and press it back to your down dog. Walk it out. All right, when you're ready, walk your feet forward towards your hands. Gently take your seat down. Let's work on your reclined twist. Once you're on your back, hug the left knee in. Keep the right leg extended. Left arm out to a T and twist to the right. Take it back to center. Switch legs, switch arms. Twist to the other direction. Back to center again, hugging both knees in. And then when you're ready, step the feet to the floor, sliding the legs forward. Shavasana, final relaxation. Feet are separated, toes are gently turning out. Arms alongside the body, palms face up, eyes are closed. Let it all go. Alrighty, beginning to draw your breath back in. Moving your fingers and your toes. Reach the arms overhead, stretching in opposite directions, and then rolling over to the right side, coming up to a comfortable cross-legged position. Then reconnecting to an even seat, a lengthy spine, shoulders broad, breath deep, and let the neck be free. Inhale for Om. Om. Hands together in prayer, bowing forward, sealing in the practice. Inhale, come up. Namaste. Thank you so much for being here. And thank you for sharing the practice with me. My name is Stephen Chang, coming to you live from 333 Grand in downtown Jersey City, New Jersey. Please visit my website, simhayoga.com, for the hybrid schedule, which is in person here at 333 Grand, as well as through Zoom. You can register for class through ubindi.com, and if you're watching this on YouTube, classes are $10, and you can pay through Venmo or PayPal. Payment information on the bottom of the video, as well as my website, simhayoga.com. Thank you so much for joining me. See you next time.